The NBA. That's what our next topic's going to be. And that's what we're going to do.
National Basketball Association.
And not even that. Those New York Knicks.
How about them Knickerbockers?
Who got killed. Boston Celtics almost broke the record on Tuesday.
Tied the record for threes.
Yeah, tied 29. One more. And I remember I was watching the game, and at the end of the game, everybody's like, one more three. The whole crowd was chanting it and stuff to break the record, and I'm so glad they did it. At least they had a little bit of respect. Listen,
I had respect enough to take it easy on them, for their ring-bearing ceremonies. Okay, we could have beat them, but we got class. We're a classy team. That's why we didn't.
No, we didn't beat them, and we
could have. We let them get the win. We wanted them to look good.
Okay, well, look good. Well, we don't need to make them look good with winning by over 30.
It was only 23.
Was it?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Was it?
It was a 23-point
okay.
loss. Yeah.
Okay, 23-30. What's the difference when you're doing it?
And then we go and outs the team that knocked us out last year by 25.
Hell yeah.
That's what we do.
That's what you get Halliburton. Just like when Halliburton and Brunson...
fuck you, Halliburton!
Hey, just like when freaking Halliburton and Brunson was on SmackDown last year.
Yeah,
and freaking he was about to get hit with a chair. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to do. We're going to knock you out, Halliburton. Knock you out in the playoffs. You're not even making the playoffs. You
fucking suck.
And one thing about it is this. We don't encourage kids to watch this episode. Not at all.
Don't watch it, kids.
No. This is 14 and over. This is PG-14.
It's 2024. We can say PG-10.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah! Fuck them!
But, and besides that, do you know what else is important?
What's important?
Subscribe and like. Loudamouth@gmail.com. Please.
Let's do it!
So, we, so it was a crazy, something else about it, yes, Boston Celtics, and Boston Celtics played phenomenal last night, too. They're going to be, I could see them.
They're the team to beat.
And I could see them repeated. And it is so hard for me to say that because, like, in the last segment I was just talking about, in the first segment I was just talking about with baseball, Boston, listen, Boston is a beautiful city, okay? Boston is a beautiful city. I don't like the damn fans, and I don't like the damn sports teams. But listen, okay, the people in Boston, I met some nice people and some. Plus, I'm probably a little resentful because I got beat up in Boston for talking shit. Yes, I was under the influence of alcohol, but I got beat up in Boston and it wasn't right. Okay, so that's why I don't like Boston too. Okay, plus I'm from New York, and New York is better than Boston. But I could see them being the world champs again. And you got to think they did that with Chris. The best two teams are the Knicks, I believe, in the
in the East,
Knicks in Boston.
I'd say top four. Yeah. I mean, Knicks and Boston, yes, definitely. And the Knicks are only going to get better as they get more cohesive with Karl Anthony Towns. Mikal Bridges. Towns had a horrible first game. Came back and...
Bridges had a great game yesterday.
Everybody... How about Deuce? How about Deuce, man?
I like
Sixth man of the year. Come on. Early, but,
But you got to look at it like this with Boston. Boston doesn't even have Porzingis playing yet. And Porzingis could hit. And we know he could hit from when he was on a thing. He could hit. And last year, he was freaking killing with the rebounds. So he is definitely a player that they're going to be more dangerous. When they go. It's going to be hard to beat them. I'm not impressed. There's no other team.
But you got every team in the East knowing the same thing that we know as normal people. As fucking Loudermouths. They know the same thing. And they're going to watch. And they're going to learn. They're going to get the play down. Everybody is gunning for Boston.
Well, you got to also understand like this. It's like any sport. And I had this argument and this debate with my buddy John last night. Right, we were on a phone for like 2 hours, and when you first start off the season, it doesn't matter if you have preseason. It doesn't matter. You're gonna start off cold. You're not in your prime on the season yet.
Doesn't like Boston started off cold.
But and that's what I'm saying. But Boston also has the best team in the league. They're defending champs, so it's gonna. But all these other teams are gonna warm up. They're gonna get. And yes, it is. But Tatum is probably the best player in the league right now. I think Tatum's better than Luka. Jokic, he's just a freaking freak. the guy hits triple doubles triple doubles every game. You know, but I think right now Tatum is just in that thing and stuff. And Browns, he's playing good. You know, every time when you look at it, he's been hitting his points, assists, and rebounds. Like if you look at the line on what they are every game these past 2 days, Tatum's the best player in the league right now. Well, what he's doing, and then, yes, it's only 2 games, but I mean,
he's a good player.
It's against the Knicks defense too. Wait a month, and you're going to see these teams are going to start warming up.
The Knicks defense isn't the Knicks defense yet.
No,
and they're coming together.
But that's what I'm saying. Give it a month, and they're going to warm up, and they're going to be back to what it is. I keep hitting this damn Knicks thing. We're going to start this over. Like Beyonce said, to the left. Stay. But it's going to take time to warm up. You know, and what do you think about, let's talk about the West a little. What do you think about freaking Bronny freaking going in 55? He was projected, right? This was one of the biggest loss. This was the biggest loss, the biggest bet ever taken in NBA in sports. They took his over for 1.5 points. Bronny had 1.5 points on his first game, right? He got 1 rebound. He was only in 3 minutes. All those people that bet, I think it was like 75% of people bet on that thing. It was the biggest bet that somebody. All he needed to do was score 2 points, 1 basket. He couldn't even score it.
The only prediction I got about Bronny is he'll be in the G League by next.
He shouldn't even be in a G League.
He's LeBron's kid. He's got to have some talent, right? I mean, even Jordan's son.
I think if he would have stayed, stayed on what is it? First of all, he should have.
He was playing for USC.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. He should have, if he was that good and he had that much talent, he would have been on one of those teams. He would have got offers. He only got 3 offers. He got Oregon in college. He got Oregon, he got USC, and he got, of course, Ohio State, because that's where they're from. You know, what about the schools that are most dominant? What about the Dukes? What about the Kentuckys? What about the North Carolina? He didn't get from those schools because they know his talent. Just like if you look at it, there was freaking odds. They showed it on ESPN. There was odds what pick he would be taking on a thing, and it was 55 to the Lakers. They knew it was with it. Do you?
You know what's crazy is. Could you just imagine if somebody just said, fuck the Lakers, fuck LeBron James, and drafted Bronny for no damn reason, just so he didn't play with his dad? That would have been great. I would like to see that.
In training camp, in preseason, a bunch of players that were actually drafted and non-drafted free agents got cut because Bronny James was on the team.
Well, yeah.
And that's not right, because these players will play, and they'll get signed onto other teams. They had much better, but because of the name, and that's what's wrong with it.
Well, yeah, that's the only reason he's in the league. You know, and, I mean, what are you going to do, tell LeBron no?
Exactly.
If Jordan would have said his son wanted to play basketball, he would have been playing basketball in Chicago.
I don't like LeBron James.
I don't like LeBron James.
He's one of the greatest players of all time.
I don't know about that.
He's one of the. You put him in a top 10, you got to put him in a top 10 for greatest
top
players.
10, yeah.
Okay, he's one of the greatest players of all time. Okay, let me tell you something. I don't like LeBron, but at the end of the day, at 40 years old, he's still playing phenomenal top tier basketball. You know. So
but there's nobody else on the team.
But that's
besides AD. Who else?
But he's hitting the shot. He's still hitting 60%, 65% of his shots. You know, but you do that, you piss off the Lakers and you say, yeah, screw LeBron James and stuff. They're gonna be worse than frickin', Houston.
Houston's not that bad.
Or Detroit. Houston's not gonna make the playoffs.
Detroit's been putting it up this year. They've been hanging in there. They came close against Indy.
Yeah, but they didn't win.
They won last night.
No, I don't think that. You're going to have to look at your phone.
I'm pretty sure they won last night.
Did they? Maybe they did.
I'm going to have to check, but yeah, I think they did. Well, let me check here. All right.
I know Cunningham had a hell of a game in Ivy.
Let's see what we got here. My phone's slow. I don't got that iPhone, fancy stuff.
We don't like iPhones here.
Fucking iPhone.
Yeah, we don't like it. Just say no.
Philly lost again. I know that.
That's good. And Embiid. What about Embiid?
They're saying that he's never going to play back-to-back games again.
Yeah, well, he's being investigated by the league.
Why is that?
For not playing.
Oh no, they lost. They did lose.
That's what I thought.
By 12.
But what is it? Yeah, they
How about the Bulls beating the Bucks last night? Woo!
I know, good. But I want the Western teams to beat the Eastern teams. It doesn't help if Bulls are going to be good this year and they're beating the Bucks. Because then we got to,
Bulls aren't going to be that great this year.
Let me tell you something. Levine's been playing. He's been doing good.
Nobody wanted him. He's on a revenge.
I would have loved for him to be on the Knicks a couple years ago. They were talking about that, but you have to look at it's weird with the first thing. The West, you got to give. I mean, I don't know. I'm always a fan of that. I like that. I think because I like Mark Cuban. I like I like Dallas. He's still but he's still a what is a part of the team.
Is he?
He still owns a tiny piece of it, I believe.
I know he made a lot of money on that.
Because he was the majority owner of it.
Yeah.
And when he sold a bunch of it, I think he might only own. I think I heard this. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on this. Well, I mean, I'm saying it, so quote me on it. But but I think it's like 5% he owns of it now. Of the stocks of it. But even with him, I like it and stuff. And Irvin, I got to give it to Irvin. Hasn't had no problems, caused any issues and stuff like that. And I got in arguments with this. I don't like Kyrie Irving when he was on the other team. But if he just shuts his mouth and he just plays, I think they're going to be the best team in the... Well, they went to the championship against Boston last year. I think they're going to be the best team again in the league. And now they got... who the hell did they get? They got another player. Good. Klay Thompson. So now you got Klay Thompson, who's hit threes. Last night he hit a bunch of threes. I think he hit 6 threes last night or 2 games ago. You got Luka, who's always performs, and then you got Kyrie Irving, who could always be there, who could hit a clutch shot. So, I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting this basketball season, but it is what it is, I mean, like, we appreciate everybody joining us in for the show today.
Like and subscribe.
We
gmail.com. Send us an email.
Please send us an email. We want an email. We want to answer somebody. We want some controversy. We want to, we want to go tell somebody like, hey, we agree with you, or go fuck off. Like,
fuck off.
That's what we want to do. And when we get, this is what I'm gonna do. Okay. When we get more than 500 subscribers. I know, it's going to take a while. Probably be in like 12 years. But what I'll do is I'll start giving away every week a $25 gift card away to Dick's. You could use it online or you could use
$25 for
$25, Dick's. Yeah. $25 for Dick's,
Come on, ladies, subscribe.
Subscribe, hey. But we appreciate everybody tuning in. Sorry we didn't. We're not gonna make a habit of this calling off. Even if we're dying and we're sick, we'll still try to be on. Hey, the show might be that much interesting. So, like and subscribe, loudamouths@gmail.com. Chucky will be posting a few shorts.
I will.
This week,
we're going to have some...
do you know what you should do? During the Bills game. Show that emotion. Whether they're losing or not, I know you don't like to talk. I mean, like, just, the shorts, people like it. People say they like the short. They might not want to hear us for 10, 12 minutes or 45 minutes, but maybe they'll want to hear us for 6 seconds. Whatever works. I mean, we're annoying as shit. No, why should you like us? Look at us. We're a freaking mess. But let me tell you something. You keep coming back and watching, so...
Keep coming back and watching. Tell your friends to tell a friend. We can do this every weekend, baby.
And remember...
Like, subscribe.
And...
loudamouths@gmail.com.
Ready, here we go. Get loud and stay loud!